Good evening and welcome back. I will apologize right at the start here for the 3-week gap we had between technical difficulties, sickness, and vacation. We've missed 3 weeks, but we're back now. And for the recap here, the explorers just defeated a herd, or maybe a flock, of hippogriffs as they surveyed the floating island. As they travel, they've grappled with the captain's questions. How do we show this mission was worthwhile? What can we bring back that isn't immediately consumed and then gone? How can we change the long-term path of Hanging Bastion? The initial charter was for a mix of lumber and topsoil, but now the explorers are suggesting saplings to create windbreaks to protect the existing fields from further erosion, and longer term, perhaps an actual tree farm for sustainable lumber. Which guilds will accept this change? Which will protest? Will the general population see a difference? Will they see hope? Ahead of the party is a nest full of eggs, possibly the start of their own tamed herd of flying mounts if they can be recovered, incubated, and raised. And of course, large animals require extensive feed to raise. Let's hear what's going through the minds of the explorers after the hard-fought battle.
Everybody all right?
Yeah, just feeling like I got beat up. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I've been better. That wasn't exactly fun. See, Gribbo is kind of pretty bloodied right now, so.
Hey, Gribbo, maybe you should take a look at those wounds before you do anything else.
All right. You know what? You're probably a little better at this. Yeah, I'm gonna give you these here tools, and maybe you can work on patching me up. Maybe we sit down and figure out what's in that nest.
Yeah, I'll go to try to heal you as you're kind of looking around it here.
I'll hold still, I promise.
So, what's in the nest?
Nothing.
Painless.
Oh, you're gonna walk over to it? Yeah, give me a perception check.
Gribbo is apparently moving around a little too much for you to get situated there, Viktor.
That's kind of you to say.
So poking around the nest, I mean, the obvious thing is there are four hippogriff eggs. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll be nice. Your roll was a little low. It didn't identify, you didn't spot one of the things, but I'm going to just let you know there's something else there someone else have to search around to find. But you see 4 hippogriff eggs. Each one is fairly large. You'd think it'd be about 2 bulk to carry an egg, and that might be a problem for you. The nest is a huge assortment of sticks and feathers and some bigger logs and leaves packed in, and it is a mess, and it is kind of smelly as well. But there are the 4 eggs.
Well, I can heft a few, at least a couple. I have hefty hauler, so I think my encumbered is 10, and I'm sitting only at 5.2.
I can probably take a couple too.
I
I want to
can
be a little
carry-
careful with these.
I could
Sorry,
carry
go.
all of them.
Okay, how do you plan
sure
to do
about
that?
I packed really light. Her backpack's basically empty. I have quite a lot before I'm like, really, really waddling. I mean,
All right.
I'll be a little bit over like the comfortable range, but I'm in the back and I can, hide.
That's a fair point.
I
Well,
can
if
always
you're sure
carry
about
one so you don't have to waddle. It'd be no harm for me to take one of them.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take a few.
And how are you, carrying them, protecting them? What is your approach here?
How big is
So-
this nest?
The nest is large. I mean, it looked like 2 or 3 hippogriffs could have been resting on it at a time. So it's a large nest. As I said, these eggs are big. I mean, that's part of the problem
Okay.
here.
We can't drag the nest back with the eggs in them in some protected way then. There'd be too many trees, I'd imagine, to do that between the landscapes.
Yeah, you don't think the nest would hold together if you tried dragging
Okay.
it. Enough
Okay.
jostling is going to start shaking it apart.
I'm gonna take my backpack and put it in front of me, and then using my jacket as well to just tie it around the backpack to just make it like a sack in front of me. This is a little makeshift, but it should do fine for a few of them.
Yeah, Victor pulls his bedroll from his bag and wraps it in that and kind of situates it in the center of his backpack here. Just one, it won't be quite as hard for him to take that many. And his backpack, yeah, he's still 3 of 4, so.
I'm
Okay.
actually encumbered, but again, I don't see that mattering for Serena
That's
necessarily.
fair.
Okay. You might
stick
get
to his
tired a little
back, we can-
faster, but that's about it.
Yeah, we'll keep you
Mhm.
protected. I could take one too if that helps at all. I'm pretty carried it. pretty easily. Though then again, if anything breaks out, I'm probably going to be standing up in front there.
That's my problem with that.
Yeah. Well, listen, you saw Gribbo grab the healer's toolkit and do a quick, battlefield treatment on themselves, given they were hurting, and apparently have a little more luck than Viktor. What do we want to do next? I know we had talked about going to try to see them boars, but Rench, I saw you eyeing your crossbow back there. It might make sense to go back to that hut and do something a little safer and get us some wood and metal.
I'm going to head straight back to camp.
Yeah, I'm thinking after us getting the tar kicked out of us by this bunch of hippogriffs, even though this was our own active decision, maybe regrouping might be a little bit of a better idea.
All right. I guess that does make
reload
sense.
my crossbow while I was muttering the word 7 underneath my breath.
And anyone who has
we go back.
nature can give me a nature check.
I believe, yes, I do.
I think that's you. Yeah.
Sorry, I just took a peek at my nature.
Yep, okay. Nope. Viktor doesn't remember anything else. So it sounds like the 4 of you are planning to head back to the ship now with your eggs. You think that's probably, sounds like Serena is feeling it's not very prudent to be exploring further while trying to keep the eggs safe.
I'll take a look around the area just to do a search. I grabbed the 2, whatever they are, from the nest there.
No one's found those yet. That was the thing. So.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that.
I didn't have 2 separate things to hide or show. The people hadn't.
Okay. I will do a quick search then. Apologize. And I'll throw those back in there.
Yeah, so, okay. For you, while rooting around the nest, are you looking at the nest or are you looking around the rest of the area? Because you said the area, but...
I mean, I meant the nest and around.
So kind of in that case, you have spotted those 2. You spotted those 2 kind of shiny rocks kind of at the bottom of the nest.
I'll tell the party, well, these look interesting, but if we're headed back, maybe we try to figure out what they are once we get back to camp there.
Yeah, the rocks are well-polished black stones. They seem to shimmer slightly unexpectedly, and you have a hard time pulling your eyes away from them.
Mighty interesting.
Do you need help there? It looks like sinister stuff. She puts it her hand in front of your eyes so you can't see it.
Can't see what? The rocks?
Yeah. But look at it.
I'm just going to throw them in my bag. We'll try to figure out what they are once we get back.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have some time to spend, take a look over those things once we're there. But I think Serena's correct. We should get these back safely.
Does anyone know if hippogriffs are good to eat? Should we bring a meal back with us?
Well, if I remember correctly from last time, any sort of predator isn't the best, and these sure do look like predators.
All right. I'm going to start waddling back home.
Yeah, okay. So you have a fair bit of a journey back, abstract amount of time. We'll call it about a half hour to an hour. So you still would have a third increment of the day afterward, but you are kind of going to be working into the dusk hours as a result. And as you're walking back, what are you all doing?
I think Serena's mostly going to busy herself with keeping the eggs safe because other than that, I think that'd take a lot of her focus, making sure she has good footing and isn't gonna tip them out of her little makeshift sack for them.
Sure. Give me survival, acrobatics, nature, whatever you kind of want to use to represent that.
I think I'm gonna go with acrobatics. She's got her wings around them.
I mean, you're taking your way kind of slowly. You're probably not leading the way. You probably have either Rench or Gribbo up front, kind of maybe also partly alerting you to when the terrain gets a little worse or where there's bigger rocks or roots to go around. And you're having a pretty easy time of it. I mean, it is a little bit heavy. It's a little awkward. You do feel a little bit of emotion from them at times as well. So you're pretty sure they are alive. You're not just carrying back non-fertilized eggs. And it looks like you're making good progress. What's everyone else focused on?
Everyone knows our goal is to protect those eggs, so he's just keeping an eye out for anything that might be trouble, so he can warn the party. I guess maybe scout is an appropriate activity.
Sure. And if you want to give me a perception check on that or survival as well. Yeah. So
Rench is just keeping. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Rench is just keeping his eye on the tree line as he moves ahead, kind of taking more of a forward-ish position, trying to keep Serena and her new eggs sort of in the center of the group. And I was just going to be asking about what do you If we have daylight when we get back, should we try to go after those boars or double back to that farmhouse? What are people thinking?
Resources might be what we do. It would be the simplest. Not as much danger as there's, say, searching out something new.
I'd agree. I think with the limited time today, it does make sense to maybe try to get some of that wood and steel from the farmhouse there. We know where it is. We know what's in store, and I think we're all a little beat up.
Rench just nods at that.
I don't have much of an opinion. This whole outdoorsy stuff isn't really my forte.
And let's see. So,
Well, you get to focus on the eggs at least.
Rench, did you want to give me your role for whatever you're kind of doing on the walk?
Yeah, sure. It was just keeping the not that it was scout informal, but just play and lookout. That's his usual thing.
Yeah, Victor's just sticking with the group. I don't think there's anything particular he's doing besides just small talk between a bit. Do you think anyone could ever ride these things? Or maybe just they kept like a herd? I was never much for husbandry.
The adults look rather big, so perhaps.
Yeah, I think we thought they, if I remember from when we were looking at them before the battle, I think they might be rideable, but they need to be trained from a young age.
I mean, all else fails, we turn them into kind of like mules to tow along some kind of floating dirigible.
It's an interesting idea.
The ideal way of using them, but
That's an interesting idea.
Well, I
Kinda
think
like a
it'll
car
take all kinds.
yeah,
This is a new frontier.
I guess it depends on how much they can carry. If it's
Mhm.
only one person, that might not work so well. If they can carry a bit more, then that could carry a bunch of supplies there and back.
But yeah,
And-
Victor's just kind of pushing through and helping Serena where he can. While the egg is kind of bulky, it's not too cumbersome for him.
Yep. So if you want to give me whatever check you're doing along the walk that you think
Sure,
makes
I'll just
sense.
do athletics.
So the one thing that both Rench and Gribbo are kind of noticing along the walk here, probably because you're staying so focused on the ground, is the difference. Again, maybe you were told to expect this, and maybe you forgot while you were there. The clearing where you fought the hippogriffs, that was grass covered. It looked like it was a different type of soil. And they had mentioned that finding clearings rather than the leaf mold, if they were going to harvest topsoil, was probably more valuable. So you could always point that back out. It is a long journey to carry soil around, and it does seem like you're starting to kind of discourage that as what's the most valuable thing to bring back. But you are recognizing that the clearing was very different than the trails you're on right now.
okay.
But otherwise, you make it back to the landing clearing. Let me put you on that map. Get rid of all the nice
Should I
pictures.
throw the eggs into stash, or?
You can do that here, yes. Not physically throw them, I hope, but you can drop them off in the stash now. As you pull back into the area here, you see Captain Ruethwyn. It's like, you're back early today. What's that you're unloading?
Eggs. Hippogriff eggs. You ever heard of them?
Heard of them, yeah. They right nuisance along some of the coasts I used to sail. They make their homes up in the cliffs and they dive bomb the ships.
Well, we figure if we get some of them young, maybe we can train them. You actually use them for carrying things.
That does sound interesting. Do any of you know about raising hippogriffs?
Well, can't say I do, but maybe someone does, or we'll have to figure it out as we go.
Yeah. I mean, they're just right big chickens, right?
Chicken-like
More like
horses?
I think.
Hawk-like horses? I don't
fair.
exactly know. So maybe a good falconer or maybe a horse breeder might know something.
Or maybe both, unfortunately.
Might take
Never
both.
know.
When you get back to town, one of the nobles, now that I think about it, I think he was rumored to raise Pegasus. He may have some idea about raising flying creatures. If there's anything more unique. Not sure, though. That was Baron Relis. I think he's still around the capital. He never left. But he seemed to really... He was known for his cavalry forces, but there was a rumor that he was attempting to train Pegasus to develop aerial knights. That all happened before the others came, but maybe he has some advice for you all.
I'll have to talk to him when we get back. Speaking of, I know we're scheduled to depart tomorrow, but what do you think about staying an extra day? We certainly found a bunch of resources out there we could potentially take advantage of.
I know we're looking for topsoil. We did find a good clearing where we got these eggs.
I have no complaints with staying an extra day. I know the people back at the Hanging Bastion might question it, but we have the authority.
We can make any excuse we want for that. Honestly, the weather looks a little bad for the trip back. You know what I mean?
Well, it still comes down to what you think we're going to load the ship up with. We do have that whole hold below deck, and we could put stuff up on top as well. I know last time we talked, the charter was lumber and topsoil. I know we're making the case now for some saplings as well, and I have 4 hippogriff eggs as well. You're saying there's some other resources you want to go get. So what are you thinking is how much time do you think it's going to take to gather what you want to bring? And what should we have our 4 here and working here do?
Well, I don't want to push it too far, but what do y'all think? My thought is to get some lumber and metal tomorrow, but topsoil would be useful too.
I do want to check out those boars.
But I guess it's also a discussion of what we can fit on the ship. Right now, I don't think we have a whole lot of weight, that is. We got the eggs, we got some seeds.
Well, and they have chopped down the trees that are stacked here. So they do have a number of trees
so there's some lumber
that they have chopped down. And they were starting to gather up some saplings as you recommended for this day as well.
Okay.
So they have some stuff.
Perhaps we start the morning by escorting everyone over to the clearing before we move out to where we're going to be. They gather some of that good topsoil, and we meet up with them in the evening and bring them back to the boat.
I think, I'm trying to remember, the clearing was on the other side of the island,
Yes.
and the cabin was closer, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Serena, I'm wondering if it don't make more sense to have them gathering around the cabin. It's a little bit closer.
Fair enough.
And there is that whhole garden.
Yeah.
Yes, if they could make any more sense of it. One
If
question.
nothing else, they can mulch the thing and use it to make their soil even better.
I know you want to go find the boars, Serena. What do we want to do with them? Are we trying to capture them? Do we just want to bring back something for a feast that might boost the morale of the town?
So my ideal is that if we can bring back things that look like they serve long term, even if they don't actually do so, we could use it to leverage more expeditions like this.
So just
Those
bringing
boars,
back
those boars probably won't matter much in the long run, but we can use them as leverage to say, but look, we can find livestock in the other islands. I know some people are getting tired of, well, how many radishes have you eaten last month?
Oh, I've probably lost count, but so taking them alive then. How do we want to do that? He's looking through his
Knock
stuff.
them
I
unconscious.
have rope.
I mean, I could punch them. I don't think they'd be happy when they wake up, but it is an option.
Again, we're not really looking to, dazzle them with like some bright, shiny thing. We want to inspire the idea that these expeditions can yield long-term results.
Oh, Victor, I don't think we want a bunch of angry pigs on the ship. I think either they're able to be domesticated enough we can lure them on the ship, or
we tie them
we're
up.
not going to bring them. Well,
My only concern is if we are going to be capturing them to bring them back. Well, there is the trick of getting them back and having them the whole time, but I don't seek to take creatures and kill them or whether it kills them or not, but torture them in such a way, if nothing is going to come of it. I understand appeasing the busybodies back home who seek to maybe decry these expeditions, but I think maybe put the beasts out of their misery and take it back and show them that luxuries can come to them if these keep happening. I would hate to trap the creatures, and they won't be domesticatable after that.
All right, compromise. Any young that we find, we keep alive, because the young will be easier to tame.
I think that's a good compromise. If nothing else, maybe pets of sorts, just make someone happy.
my one worry here is that they got a sustainable population here. We could come back and get them later, but if we start separating them and taking away their young, the population could die out. I don't know.
I'm not convinced they have a sustainable population.
Well, they've been here for 40 years?
It's only been 20 years. 20,
Oh,
right? That's the timeline?
oh 20. Is that the... Yeah, I think
Yes,
you might
20
be right.
years
Sorry, I
since
had it
the
wrong.
uplift.
Since the uplifting.
That's
Yeah.
that's still a while for boars. That's at least a few generations, but I guess you're right. They may not be fully sustainable.
I think that is a good compromise. If we can
Fair,
capture some
fair.
young to take them back, they're much less dangerous to handle.
What are we gonna
Full-grown
do with the
boar.
other ones, though?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious what we
Are
do
those
with the
member
other
feasting?
ones.
Well, okay.
I
fair
think
enough.
that might be the
Yeah.
case.
And
Might
so
I suggest that we... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
as you are discussing this, the other four, the delegates from some of the guilds, they're listening in, and Dorn and Lori, are the two from the Farmers Guild, and Dorn is starting to scowl just a little bit. Sorry, not Dorn, Cynic, the show his artwork here. He's kind of scowling a bit, and can we really afford to feed all these things you're bringing back? I understand the idea, but these all need a lot of food, and that's one of our problems right now.
It's true enough. The hippogriffs may give something else, but the boars would be mostly for food. And if it takes the food to make the food,
Well, you see, the seeds feed the boars, and the boars feed the hippogriffs, and then we ride the hippogriffs. I don't know about that. But yeah, I think it might make sense to do a little bit of both tomorrow. They did ask for lumber. Maybe we get a little more or steal from the site and then go out looking for boars after. Spend a little time there once we lead the group there, helping them out, and then go look for boars. I don't know.
Yeah, I expect with an extra day, we can get everything the charter wants us to have when we head back, as well as a bit more.
What do you think, Lori?
Well-
What do you think, Lori?
Well, we're supposed to bring back topsoil. I loved your idea for the saplings for the windbreaks. I think that will help protect all the fields. But seems like we're kind of dropping that. I'm hearing lumber and saplings and all kinds of eggs, and I don't know. I guess you found some seeds. That's going to be good. And if we're going back to the farmhouse tomorrow, I guess I can look through the rest of the crops and maybe find some more things. But I think we need to bring back more soil too. I mean, as Senek was saying, we need more food, and if you're bringing back more things we need to feed, we need even more food.
One option is heading to the farmhouse and then heading to get the soil. But I don't think we can please all the people all the time. Serena is siding with Lori. Lori's the one who is looking for the soil, correct?
Yes, and so really, Lori's feeling is if we're spending an extra day here and to do a little bit more gathering, she's not going to complain about the idea of bringing back. Unlike Senek, she actually likes the idea of bringing back extra livestock, as long as there's also enough investment to make sure that you can support the livestock. She sees the value in them, but she would down prioritize lumber and up prioritize the topsoil scavenging, more seeds, more saplings. And of course, Captain Laughlin's a little unhappy about that because he wants to make another ship as soon as possible. So those are the things you're kind of balancing here.
I got a thought. Captain, do you
Yes.
feel safe staying on the ship by yourself?
I don't love the idea, but for how long are you talking?
Just this one night. What I'm wondering is if we don't bring this crew here over to the house, get them going there, then we might be able to go get some soil, bring it back to the house, and then come back with the crew the next morning and head out then.
You can give me a nature check.
I cannot give you
Or
a nature
and
check.
anyone here
I
can
can
give me a
help you.
nature check.
Sure.
So, Victor, your impression is the soil quality at the farmhouse or the clearing is probably roughly the same. The clearing might be slightly better, or it might be deeper, you think, for some reason. But other than that, between those two sites, you don't think there's much difference. But both of them are
I
still
think the
a
farmhouse is the way
multi-hour.
to go.
You do think both of them are a multi-hour kind of journey, and coming up with some idea of how you're going to transport, large amounts of soil. You don't necessarily have enough. You have some bags here that were being used, but they were starting to just, they've made a pile, and they're planning to just kind of shovel it onto the boat. They're not going to have it all containerized. If you're bringing it from far away, that's going to be a bigger problem.
So Serena's going to walk up to the captain. Look, I understand you want the lumber. How about I make you a deal? You have to promise me you have to fight as hard as you can for these expeditions to continue, and I'll get you that lumber. I have my cart I can donate to the cause of making improvements. She gestures to the ship.
How big's your cart? I think I've heard of it, but I don't think it can make a whole ship on its own. Maybe a small towing barge, but not a whole ship.
I'm not saying we make a whole ship. We make improvements to this one. Unfortunately, that's a little bit more doable.
Well, I know we have to keep the city happy. We have to keep the guilds on our side so that they will let us keep risking these flights. He looks a little, what's the right word? Resigned. You think he's going to go along with this? He does feel that maybe the Farmers Guild, which is probably his least favorite guild, is kind of calling the shots again now. And he was feeling better for a while when it felt like you were kind of asserting control and doing your own thing. But he kind of understands the needs of the city.
We've got that lumber over there. That's unfortunately small stack. And I will donate my inn to the cause and anything that comes in it.
Well, as we said, if this is the plan, that's the plan. But how are you going to get enough topsoil to be useful back to here from, you said it's a couple hours journey.
You got any big tarps?
Well, we're not using the sails, I'll tell you that much.
He looks very pained by that, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure we want to scavenge our ship here, but wasn't there a big tarp over the food on the boat?
Yes.
Well, I bet you we pile that up with dirt, and Viktor and I over here could probably heft that back to the ship, fill it up,
Worst
do
case,
the
we
runs.
could make a sledge of sorts.
I think we can also
basic just to help.
scavenge some stuff from the farmhouse.
I think the farmhouse is the place to go. We can get topsoil there.
Get some lumber.
Rench and Gribbo, if you want to get lumber or look for some metal or castaway bits, maybe that's the place.
I mean, I got to return these spoons to Serena sometime soon. He points down to their armored skirt down below.
What is even the point? I'm already getting rid of my inn.
Well, maybe if we get some lumber, you won't have to. I'd hate to see you give up that inn. Yeah,
It's landlocked. There's no point.
Well,
Well,
so
listen, I guess,
to move things along just a little bit, you still had a little bit of time today, but it sounds like you're thinking maybe you'll just rest up back at camp here and head out in the morning. Is that what I'm hearing? Or are you going to try to do something in the kind of the last 3 hours of the day here?
I think
we just get an earlier start tomorrow and try to like be able to squeeze a little extra time in tomorrow. I think that probably makes more sense at this point.
Okay.
What do others think, though? I don't know. Rench, you've been quiet. What do you think?
I've been watching you all form half a plan before moving on to something else, so I was waiting for something to really come about. No, I
Good luck
think
with
I think it's a good idea if we start tomorrow. We can get not just the extra things that you're all discussing, and he'll turn to Lori and Senek as well about this, but as well as the topsoil, as well as all of this lumber here. This can all come back with us. It's not one or the other, it's all of it.
I gotta be honest, Serena. I think the pigs might be my lowest priority.
That's fine. It was a plan to appeal to unfortunately, the rich. But if we appeal to enough of the people of the city, perhaps then the goal is still accomplished.
Yeah, maybe even telling them about it is enough. The pigs have been here for 20 years. They'll be here for the second excursion.
Yeah.
We can wrap up that discussion right now. So you're staying here for the night, so you can heal yourselves up to full. And what do you want to do about watches again this time?
Probably, probably switch them around a little bit. Get some different people that we're chatting with. How do we want to do it?
Yeah, I might not do a long chatting session. I'm more just worried about the who's on what order. Are you pairing up with the other four? Are you doing pairs yourself? What's your let's have you line up starting like first watch in this cell, and we'll kind of just go down south for each successive watch. And
I think Serena on an early or late watch.
I think quick one. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put
because
pairs with
she
them.
has low light vision, unfortunately.
Yeah, that works. Okay. So something is going to happen this night. It's happening during Rench's and Dorn's watch. So it's well after midnight. The night has passed. You had another simple dinner here of the rations you brought from Hanging Bastion, and Serena and Lori took the first watch. Nothing out of the ordinary, just the normal nighttime sounds. Viktor and Senek were up next. Gribbo and Selu, and then Rench and Dorn. As you were kind of midway through your watch, it's probably about 4 a.m. You start hearing sounds coming from the north. What do you do?
When you hear that, I'll go up to the edge of the firelight, if there is still one going at this point, and we'll take a look out. It's my I do have dark vision, but if it's almost if we're almost at twilight, then it'll might not factor in too much. I'm just gonna look up north. I don't know if I need to move on the map or not, but
yeah, you can move on the map.
Okay.
I'm gonna move the other people maybe close around the campsite.
I'll put myself in the way of our little makeshift doorway here.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Yeah, you're looking around and you still hear something to the north. You hear snapping a branch. You hear the rustle of leaves. It's not just the wind. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Dorn whispers, "What do you see?"
Nothing yet. I can hear footsteps though. Could be some of the animals.
I am going to toggle us into initiative at this point, so everyone can roll. Give me a second to get... I think I have all of you. I'm not going to put the NPCs in this time. Most of you are asleep.
Would I still be unconscious?
Okay.
Yep, you're still unconscious.
Dorn, don't look now, but I found an initiative in the dark.
Okay,
What?
so up first, we have one of the things that is moving in. So let's see... Yeah, you probably see this one, Rench, now. You saw a thing trying to sneak up closer to the entrance here. It is a very mangy-looking rat bat. You're not exactly sure what this is. It's, size small, size tiny, and, it's looks like a bat rat that's had most of its fur plucked away. It does seem to have some pouches adorned across it. And it's going to keep trying to be sneaky, but at this point, you have spotted it, even if it does better on the next one. It kind of gets back behind the tree. You kind of lose sight of it, but you saw it move to that tree. And then it does one more. And it's kind of up next to the palisades. That was its turn.
All right.
And we have another one trying to do... Well, you don't know it's another one. You haven't seen it yet. How is its... That one is staying hidden. And then that one falls on its face and kind of cracks on another log. And you see a second one moving up. You see the first one kind of stare back at it with daggers in its eyes of what's it doing back there. Viktor is still asleep. Rench.
Yeah, okay. Dorn, there's critters coming in.
Critters?
Going... Yep, that's about the best I got as a description.
How loud are you saying that?
Enough to make sure Dorn hears me clearly. I'm not shouting for the whole camp intentionally, but I don't know if that is going to...
I will give flat checks on people's turns, but it's going to be a pretty hard check to wake up at this point.
Sure. Yeah, it's a bat rat thing. I'm going to start with nothing I'm really super good with. I'm just going to try maybe an intimidation, just to, I guess, just shoo them away, whatever these things are. At least on this closest one.
Okay.
Definitely not my forte, but it's go on, get out of here. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Nope. You have one action left.
Okay, maybe they don't speak local tongue.
I mean, it looks at you. It kind of does curl up into itself a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's frightened. It does seem like it is still nervous around you, though.
I think I'm gonna just I'm gonna move closer to it along the wall here. I'm just gonna see if my size can intimidate this thing.
Sure.
Beyond anything else.
You see it kind of start. It's kind of like, you don't know if it's choking or coughing. It looks like it's having some kind of reaction to you getting close to it.
Okay, hey buddy, calm down now.
And at that, we have another one of these. What is this one gonna do? This one tries to stealth, fails. You spot it coming a little closer to you. It then picks up a rock and throws a rock at Rench. And with a 17, it just misses you. That was its turn. You do hear more sounds coming from the east side as well now. No one has eyes on that one. And another one in the north. It kind of thinks it can tell that everyone knows where they are, and he's not going to try to stealth. He's going to move closer, and he's also going to throw a rock at Rench. A rock comes, that's 2 rocks have been thrown. This one just clatters at its foot. It looks like it slips out of its hand as it goes to throw it, and it kind of looks mournfully at its feet and the rock there. Gribbo, give me a flat check. You do not wake up unless you want to use a hero point on that.
I will burn a hero point. Yeah,
You're sleeping very deeply here.
Actually, yeah, hold on. I'm going to use a hero point on that. I cannot use a hero point on that. I'm going to re-roll another d20 and then just take one off.
Perfect. Yeah, you're sleeping through whatever's happening here. Serena, same thing. Flat check,
right.
please.
Let's see how well I do at waking
You're
up.
also sleeping through this.
Zonked. Next turn.
Yep. The one that's right up next to Rench. It's looking at you. You look huge. You look scary. It vomits.
Wait,
Right.
what?
It's like coughing and choking, and I think it's stress vomiting. And it is. You need to give me a fortitude save, and that is
you gotta be
that
kidding
is
me.
a failure. You are sickened one, as this thing just threw up all over you, and it's like it smells horrible, and it of course doesn't feel good at all. You just had this thing's lunch or dinner just completely cascade over you. It then tries to bite at an area of you. Actually, it's going to move. That's because it doesn't have reach. It's going to move to an area it didn't vomit on and try to bite you there. And it nowhere close to actually landing a bite on you. And let me get rid of the measurement at this point. We don't need that. It doesn't persist. This one's going to stay back. It kind of cowers up next to the wall. It looks like it feels safer next to that wall of stacked lumber. It will pick up a rock and throw the rock at Rench. No luck. Viktor, give me a flat check.
All right.
You're not waking up either yet. No one's been loud. Rench.
All right, I have been vomited on, and they're throwing rocks at me. That cuts it. Everybody get up! If this takes an action to send up the alarm.
It takes an action, but no one else.
do so.
Everyone else is awake now. They don't need to make flat checks. They are still prone, but everyone's awake.
All right, there is something trying to throw up on us all, so watch out. Okay, so there's one of these little critters directly under me, just about here. I do have him targeted, even though I can just barely see him. I'm gonna try and get at him with the horns to try and move him away. Not with a shove, just with actual striking of. What the heck? What is going on here?
I brought him to the top layers. You should be able to click on him more easily if you need to. If you need me to move him off your square, let me know.
There we go. Yep, no, I got him now. Okay, thank you. I'll try to take care of this thing. 19?
Yeah, your horns just gore into this thing and probably lift it off the ground and send it flying. Roll your damage, please.
All right, get gone.
It looks very badly hurt by that. It's still kind of cowering and trying to bite at you as you do all that, but you have one more action.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do that again. I'm not gonna fire my anything off at these things. I'll just try to come back around with the other horn, swing back and forth on this thing right in front of me.
Misses. It's just so small. It's dodging underneath your legs, and you're not used to, stabbing things with your horns that are underneath you. It's very tough for you to get at it.
I'm left-horned also, so the right horn's never quite as accurate.
One of the other ones is going to keep closing a little bit, and is then going to. It sees what you did to its buddy. It doesn't want to get anywhere close to you, so it will also just keep throwing rocks at you. And with a 23, it will hit you. I'm just checking. It has a plus rock effect on the damage. I'm seeing if that actually does anything.
Plus
no,
rock?
it does not. It's its inventory. So it's decreasing the number of rocks it has. Interesting. Okay. No special effect on plus rock. But it did hit you for some damage, but that was its whole turn. We have a thing you heard to the east. I don't think anyone can still see it. Okay, well, you see another creature. It looks a little different. I don't know if any of you can actually see it well from where you are, but maybe the captain will call out, "There's a thing hanging off the ship." And that's over here to the right by the ship on the east side. You see a purple skinned. It looks somewhat related to what the things you're looking at, but it looks a little different. It's, purple blue skinned. There's no hint of the fur. It doesn't look as mangy or as kind of diseased or flea bitten. It's not furred at all, but it does seem to remind you of the same creature in some ways. And it's currently hanging off the boat. And we have the last of the flea bitten ones, who will also move a little closer, pick up a rock, throw a rock. They just keep missing Rench with their rocks. Gribbo, you're awake now, but you are still prone.
What is going on? Rench, what are you doing outside that? Well, I'll
There's
stand
critters.
up. Well, yeah, but never mind. I'll stand up. And
Don't let them throw up on you.
Is the wing here the entrance to the airship?
I think there is a gangway plank right next to it.
Okay. 5, 10, 20, 25. So I'll go up that, and I'm just going to move basically right to the front of the airship. I can see the thing dangling once I get up there.
Yes.
I think the captain shouted a warning, so I know it's there. That was a stand up and move there, so that was my full turn.
Okay, Serena, you're awake now.
I'm gonna move over.
You have to stand up first.
Uh,
So that's one action.
Stand up. I'm guessing I can't see our little friend over here.
Not really.
Nor
The
can I see
wind.
any.
Yeah, you can't see any of them because there's the log pile blocking. You can see Rench's kind of torso above the log pile, and you heard the captain shout about someone near the ship, but you can't see any of the enemies.
Okay, I'm gonna move my distance over here. Is not within guidance range. I'm gonna try to go to back up our dear friend Rench.
Okay. Is that 2 moves to get there? Looks like it,
Yep.
yes. Okay.
So let's stand in 2 moves.
Yep. The one that's been partially gored by Rench is gonna try to bite you one more time, but then it may run away. It's not feeling very brave anymore. And with a 17, because you are sickened, he manages to hit you this time. And I need
Get your teeth off me.
I need a reflex save from you.
Reflex, Dave.
Okay. You can't tell what was going on there, but you feel good about not having, and it's then going to back
Yeah.
away.
Just shake my hoof off and flick them away.
But this one's going to throw, and it's going to throw twice this turn. Misses with 1. Actually, let's have another option. Yeah, it's going to spend its other 2 actions. It's going to cast a spell. And it is putting down a grease pit underneath you. Let's do it. There we go. You will need to give me that reflex save to avoid falling prone.
I am standing in a whole host of unpleasant liquids.
And you have fallen prone.
Oh, great.
You're in a pool of grease and vomit. Viktor,
Love it.
you are now awake. You might have seen Rench's head just go dropping down below the stack of lumber. You've seen Serena run toward where Rench was last seen. You've seen Gribbo run up onto the boat.
So everything's well lit enough in here for my poor human eyes.
Not particularly, honestly. That is a little bit of a problem
Yep,
here.
No worries.
We weren't
He's
paying
gonna
attention to that,
stand
but
up,
it is still dark. Let me actually set that.
And then he's going to grab hold of his amulet, and as he releases his hand from it, it'll start glowing, and he's going to put light on himself.
Okay. And you can see...
And that's everything.
Yeah, that's your turn. Wrench.
All right. This is enough. I need to get up. And so I am standing in a bunch of greasy stuff. The idea is to stand up. Is there any kind of trick I need before I just get to my feet?
Let's see. Each creature standing on the greasy surface, that's what happened. Creatures using an action to move onto the surface during their duration must attempt. A creature that steps or crawls does not need to. I believe you're going to have to make that same reflex save to stand up on it.
All right. Let me go back to that.
You have stood up on the grease.
Okay. That is enough. I can't even remember which one. Oh, it was you over there. All right. But you're already running away. But this one right here, he's still right next to me. I am going to let me target him. I'm going to give him a horn right now. We'll start with that and see where we go from there. Yeah, I'm not going to more worried about getting my hat covered than anything else disgusting at this point. I really don't want to have to use the crossbow on these little things, even as annoying as they seem to be. So I am going to... That's... Alright, you know what? I have that never mind. I'm just gonna do the horns again. I got too many bad ideas all floating around in my head right now. But I will manage to catch that sucker with the second horn this time around.
12 points of damage. Oof. That one is
Yeah.
completely destroyed. It just, you rip the body of this thing apart on your horns. It falls in a heap. The ones nearby are looking a little intimidated by you now.
All right, I am out of actions, but I'm just going to scream for my own personal satisfaction.
And this one is going to start off by vomiting on you, which can't make
Oh,
things
come
worse.
on.
No, it doesn't stack. It just, well, I guess you could critically fail it. So let me send that to chat for you. And you're unaffected this time by it. And it is then going to throw a rock and start running away.
Oh, I'm affected by it, all right.
It's more, it kind of lobs the rock over its shoulder as it starts to run away. And it does manage to hit you with another rock. And then it is running away
Right in the eye.
for 4 points of damage. Yeah, this is not your day, Rench. The one on the boat is going to try to pull himself up onto the boat. Let's see, we don't actually have what I need for that. He has pulled himself up onto the boat and is a little surprised to see Gribbo right there. He has one action left. Yeah, he's going to start off with a stab against you, Gribbo. With that little short sword. Misses. And is then going to try to get away from you. Gribbo, you're up.
Right where I want them. Sounds good. Astride over to here around the post. I'm just gonna give it a nice little shove. You think I can get an angle to get him over this edge here?
There's a little bit of railing, and its size small. It might be tough.
Okay, in that case, I'll just grab it then. So we'll try to grab him here. Get him. There we go. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna burn another hero point. It's my
To avoid being
second
knocked
natural
prone.
one of the night. Yep.
You still
Six
fail.
is still pretty terrible.
Yep.
In that case, I'll just take a last action to punch him.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that's an iterative, but that's okay. Got one up here if you want to help out. Oh, here we go. I hit it with a 22, and that'll be 7 damage.
And that one kind of hisses at you. And Serena, it is your turn.
So to retrieve a torch from my bag, is it 2 actions?
From the bag, yeah.
Okay,
It's not out on a belt to be grabbed quickly, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that retrieval belt anymore. Is this supposed to be like dark, or is it low light dark?
So you should be able to see the bands. So there's the bright light from Viktor to about here. There's the dim
Yeah.
light to where you are, and out past that is dark. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, if
All
you
right,
know,
well-
I'm clicking on what you see right now for stream, and yeah, you really don't know where anyone else is.
I'm gonna pull out my torch, and I guess it's an action to light it as
Yep.
well.
So that'd be the whole turn, but you can get. Does it have an ability to use it and make light automatically? I think they did in Foundry.
Once you have it
I
worn,
can't
if you
find
go
it.
under actions, there's a toggle for it.
Oh, there it is. Lit.
Yep, there we go. And now there's your vision. Okay, that
Um,
was your turn.
Yep.
The one who was running away and not happy about Rench. Let's see, what do you want to do? Still have a couple rocks, but you did just demolish one of his allies. He's going to throw a rock at you, and then he's going to keep running away. Another rock is going to hit Rench in the face.
God.
Then he spends 2 actions running through the forest. The one who cast Grease is looking between his decimated or decapitated friend and Rench, who does look like you're swaying on your feet and bleeding profusely, and you don't look so good. He's gonna throw a rock at you. He's gonna miss, and he's feeling brave and stupid. He's gonna charge in, which does mean he has stepped onto his own grease, and let's see if he. I'm pretty sure he's going to fail that. Yes, so he has now fallen prone underneath you. He has 1 action left, though. He's going to try to bite you from there, which is a second attack. An ankle biter right now. And with a 19, he does manage to grab you
No.
for 4 points of damage, and we will need the reflex save.
You unconscious, Rench?
There is no answer.
Rench is dying 1 from rocks and little bites. Rench's initiative moves right before that, and it is now Viktor's turn.
Ugh, okay. So I'll have to head that way. 25 feet. Can I see him from here? Or is he under the...
I think when he's prone, you cannot see him over the log pile. When he's standing, you can see him.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15. I don't know if I can get there.
You're gonna have to cut the corner, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I have the movement for it.
Yeah, you can get to him next turn, but
Yeah, this is as far as I can get. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to, as he gets close to Serena and sees Rench on the ground, he's going to put a hand on her shoulder and give a guidance. So hopefully she can make it a little safer so we can get him up next turn.
Okay.
There you go.
One of the ones who's starting to run away now feels a little more brave since Rench seems to have fallen. It does see more of you piling out. He's going to move back to the barricade and start climbing it. So he's on top of the log pile. Now the one who Gribbo, did you grab or did you successfully grab? No, you punched. You failed to grab,
no, I
but
just
you punched.
him.
Yep. So he is down there. He has dark vision. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
can
yeah,
see him fine.
yeah, you're both fine here. He's gonna try to stab you again. Actually, no, he's gonna try to feint first. I believe that goes against your perception DC, which I'm pretty sure is going to beat it. So you are flat-footed to this attack.
Sure.
Off guard. And he will then try to stab you. That says it's a critical hit.
Criticals.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Max damage too. 20 points. He's looking. Okay, now you're no longer off guard though. That only lasts for one attack. He's feeling this is good. He's going to try a second one now. And it looks like his overconfidence is his undoing. He completely misses with that second strike. But Gribbo got hit hard on that hit. And it is now Gribbo's turn.
Gribbo's gonna shout, "There's one on the ship and I'm about to go down. I don't know what's going on over there, but get your butts over here." How we can do this? I'm gonna battle medicine myself first, because we need that. I got nothing, so we're gonna have to try. Here we go. Oh, no, not you. I need some luck here. I'm unconscious.
Reroll.
Oh, I get a hero point. I'm using it. Using the hero point.
Yeah, you just got a hero point from chat, and otherwise you would have stabbed yourself with your...
one. How do I do this? Reroll using hero point.
There you go.
Okay.
Much
that's
better.
Let me see. I need to roll the 2d8 healing. I think I got to do this by hand. Yeah. I gain 5 back healing.
And you have 2 actions remaining.
Okay. I need some luck here, so I think I need to get rid of this guy. I don't know how else to do it. So, yeah, let's try the grab again. I think if he can't move, that's going to be better for me.
You have him grabbed.
20 success. Okay, great. And then I will shield bash him with my last action. Because I'll just punch him with my last action. I don't have my shield. That's right.
Yeah, you don't have the shield. Yep. So okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go with the punch. Nope.
Serena.
Grandpa's going to have to be good without me, unfortunately. I'm going to move out here, and I can see the one up there on the logs.
It will be concealed. It will have a DC 5 flat check to target because it's in the dim light region.
I have low light vision.
Oh, then that's fine. Yep, you're fine then.
She pulls out her
nice.
lance of unsettling energy to hit him with that. And I'm going to burn my guidance for this. Ooh. No, I have a hero point.
They're all coming out now. That will hit.
Here we go.
And that one looks like it is, it got hit by that beam of that reddish purple energy that you send out. It kind of consumes it. It's looking even more and more emaciated. You're not used to your attacks always doing that effect to things. This looks like it's been a little more ominous, a little more evil than in the past. But it looks like it's taken a lot of damage.
All right, well, that's unsettling. Somebody else go.
And you probably have a smell that you're not used to. Not just the vomit on the ground here, but there's a stronger scent of brimstone and fire around you right now. The one who's up on top of the palace, no, not the one up at Palisade, it's this one up here. The one who's running away. I think he's just going to keep running away at this point. Just make sure nothing wrong with its speed. Nope. Oh, that's interesting. No, so I'm going to back that one up. It takes to the air. It looks like those little wings it has, it can actually fly a little bit, and it's much faster with those. It's kind of a very awkward flyer, but it is faster this way. Maybe bounces off a tree or two on the way, and it is just running away at this point. Up next, we have Rench. Give me your death save recovery check. You need a DC 11 check unless you have something like Die Hard or anything else that changes it.
Nope, nothing like that. Just go for an 11 and get a 3.
You are now dying 2. The one who's underneath you, who's prone, is going to try to stand up. So let's see if it's successful at standing up in the grease that it made. No. It tries a second time. It does manage to stand up, and it was then going to just move out of the grease. Only move to there, though.
Isn't leaving the grease?
No, it's moving onto
Okay.
it. So leaving it is fine,
Okay.
but moving... It could have also crawled out with... And it should have done that first, but it wasn't thinking. Victor.
Okay. Victor reaches out a hand, and with the holy energy coalescing around it, is going to do a 2-action heal on Rench. 14 for you. And as you come back to consciousness, he's going to call out and he's going to say, "They're at the ship too. Everyone fall back into the camp." And he's going to go 25 feet closer to try to get to Gribbo.
Okay.
That's all three.
The one who was hit by Serena's Divine Lance is also going to jump up into the air and start flying away. The one on board the ship is up next, who is grabbed by Gribbo. And Gribbo just healed himself some. I don't think I'm going to say he can feint while grabbed. I don't think it's technically outside the rules, but I don't think it makes sense. I think he has a harder time tricking you. So he's going to try to escape. That makes the most sense. So let's see. His best attempt at that looks like it's his acrobatics. And a 16 against your athletics DC? Probably not enough.
Misses it. It's
Just
a 17.
misses.
Yeah.
Yep. He'll try a second one. I need to put a -5 on this. Nope. I would have done it on the first. No, it was not good enough. It's same number actually. And then what's he gonna do with his third action? He's just gonna try to stab you now, which I know has almost no chance of a success. And he misses you. It's your turn, Gribbo.
Okay, I think Gribbo's seen that the grab was worth it, so they're gonna first start off by trying to maintain that. And I don't remember the rules. Can I shift him when I maintain that? Or no.
No, that'd be reposition.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just try to grab him again.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 should do it. I think
Yep,
that
you're
got it
keeping him
last
grabbed.
time.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna punch him once. 17 flat-footed.
That will hit him.
Do a little bit of damage here. Not very much damage here. 5. And we're gonna do this last one. I guess I'm just gonna try to punch him a second time. 8 will not do it.
Serena.
All right. I'm going to go for this last one. Hit him with a little bit of the old unsettling energy.
I am going to put some cover on him because even Rench on the ground is still pretty big compared to this guy. So I'm going to put one point of cover on him.
Fair enough. And, well, hopefully nothing bad happens.
You miss, but you hear kind of you hear a laughter kind of in your head right now.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, same
the
result.
exact same.
Yeah, you still hear that laughter in your head, and the smell of brimstone is getting stronger around you.
that feels like the Ruethwyn special. All right. She's going to duck behind the logs a little bit.
Okay.
She doesn't want to get pelted by rocks.
Yep. So one of the ones who's flying away keeps on flying away. Rench, you are prone, you are wounded. Otherwise, you're not dying anymore. I don't know why I haven't taken that off you. Sorry about that. Let me fix that.
Otherwise, it's a great start to the day. All right, so I'm gonna wind up at least staying prone for now, but just kind of getting up into a seated position. I will have to take an action to pick up my crossbow, and there's 2 I can see here. One is already on the ground. This one is still standing. I'm going to take a shot at this one right here next to our makeshift wall.
So Rench is sitting on the ground, cradling the crossbow, shooting at a little fat dog that's 5 feet away.
Still with like the smell of that stuff it sprayed all over me, and that is not going to do it. Hang on, I'm going to use a hero point. See if we can do something better.
Natural 20. That is definitely better. And that is a second one that you have obliterated. One by your horn and one by your arrows. So that was sitting up, grabbing the crossbow, shooting. That's your 3 there?
Firing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still prone. I mean, like,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
just grabbing crossbow and...
Okay, you have one
And,
action left then. Yep.
Yeah, which is going to probably comedically be trying to stand up, which is that reflex save.
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna roll it here. I can't find it.
Yep,
in the,
that's fine.
in the scroll.
DC 16. You have successfully stood
All
up.
right.
But of course, any place you move, you're still moving on to it because you're size large. So you'll have to make this save
Right.
next time you try to leave. Normally leaving is fine, but since you can't fully leave. Victor,
Right.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to continue running towards the ship here. Is it just right here where the entrance
yes.
is? Get onto
So
it?
there's a gangplank right
Yeah.
in this area.
25. 50 to go down and around. And yeah, why not? Gribbo's still up. He's right there. He's holding them. He comes in swinging with the maul as he comes at this creature here. Ooh, just barely.
That will hit because of the off guard.
But that is max damage.
And so you swing them all at the thing in Gribbo's hand, and I'm not quite sure how you managed to completely pulverize it without also hitting Gribbo, but you pulled that off.
You see it
It's a
suddenly
one- it's a
go out of my
1-2.
grip as a large hammer head smashes down on it.
The hammerhead swings and you just kind of chuck it a little up in the air.
Well, that was right quicker than I could have done it.
You see anything else? And then he's kind of that was all of his actions, but he's looking around to see if any other got on the boat that they didn't see.
You'd have to use a seek action for that next time.
Yep.
Okay. And one's flying away. Gribbo.
You see Gribbo look around. This is the only one they saw here. Well, I guess we gotta go back and help them now. This one's smashed pretty well. So, is it here or one square over?
Right there. That's fine.
20. Okay. And I'll double move to there. And you know what? I'll head up next to Serena just to make sure that nothing comes after her.
Okay. And Serena, what would you like to do?
I would like to see how our friends are doing over here. Make sure they're still, okay and not being attacked. So seek action, I guess.
Sure. And by friends, you mean the NPCs back at camp? Or
Yes,
by
our
friends, you
friends.
mean Rench on the ground, sitting, or
Or
standing up now in the... Okay, yep.
The NPCs back at the camp. All right, that's a
Perception check.
Yes. I'm so good at these. Good wins.
I mean, they're awake. They're looking around. They've picked up their various tools, whether it's the cudgel or the pitchfork or the pickaxe, but they were not looking. They are not the guards. They are not the adventurers. They did defend the boat when you were on it, kind of out of necessity against the eagles. But here they're kind of watching and making sure that they're safe. They're not as proactive in this case. But they seem to just be looking around. Selu is the only one there who has low light vision, so she seems to know what's going on. The other ones, Lori and Senek, they both kind of are, you see them squinting, trying to make sense of what's going on. They're following the lights as they move around the space, but you can tell that they're not really ready for midnight activities like this. However, we can leave initiative here.
Oh, okay.
Well, what happened? I don't...
Bat-looking things came scurrying up and threw a whole slew of rocks.
Would I know
Well,
what these creatures are? Like, what check would that be?
I can take society or nature, I believe.
Okay.
I woke up and I saw you right outside the fence there. I guess we didn't really talk about this, but I know when you're on watch, at least with us, when I used to serve, let us know. Wake us up first. It's okay if we get a little woken up in the middle of the night. We can go back to sleep. Better than getting ambushed.
So Victor, you don't know what these things are. Serena? Yes, you think the ones up here that were attacking Rench are things called grimples. You know they are a variety of gremlin. Even more so than most other gremlins, they resent the trappings of civilization. They are often abused, kind of as you saw, even by their own kind or other gremlins. They are not. They're kind of the weakest of the gremlins, and they tend to just scour through garbage and supplies of other people to make their own clothing, food, whatever. They're pretty nasty or hideous, pitiful, all of those above. You do know that they are prone to vomit when startled, and they tend to carry lice.
I'm going to relay all of that to our friends. So,
There's
a really
something different over
strong
on the
bat
ship.
later, Rench. Do you have any anti like flea shampoo, or is that like a faux pas to ask about?
I don't think I brought any with me on this trip.
Well, here she's going to use prestidigitation to do her best. I don't know if this gets rid of pests, but
I
So,
appreciate that.
I mean, you passed all of the reflex saves, so you did not actually contract any lice. But at the same time, just hearing that was likely, you might feel itchy as a result, even if there's not any
Yeah.
actual infestation.
The worst person who could have got it too.
Yeah. Serena, Victor, there's the one on the ship looked a little different. I don't know what it was.
I can go take a look. Probably a gremlin, considering.
But yeah, next time wake
Yeah,
us
what
up
would it be
first,
for this?
okay?
Yeah, will do.
All right, what do I make of this?
Nature or society again, I'll allow either. And I mean, this time Serena doesn't know, Victor does. I think Serena, you're looking at it and maybe it's looking a little too much like an imp right now to you. And that's distracting you with the smell of brimstone and just seeing maybe a devilish thing in this. But Victor, you know this is a Jinkin. That's another type of gremlin. And you know that they love to tinker and change, corrupt, and curse mechanical devices. This ship is probably an extreme lodestone to them.
Good thing you grabbed him when you did, Gribbo. Some
Yeah.
kind of sabotage seems the like.
I'd assume so. Must
And
have
I'm
just
assuming
gone
that's
under
why
speed.
the ones in the north were a distraction. But it seems that we've just met the forest spirits that the old farmer talked about.
I was wondering about that. I think you might be right. Messing with his crops and everything.
Yeah, he's Fey. The journal mentioned keeping cold iron, so it stands to reason.
Yep. This one's got a few things on it. Either the short sword I'll grab, but there's a couple. What do those look like? Out of
They
curiosity.
like to curse objects.
So
Oh,
one
fair
of
point.
one of them looks like a stone with a rune on it. You've probably recognized it's a rune stone with a rune of some kind. You don't know what the rune
Basic
is.
Okay.
That's one of the unusual objects. And the other one, I believe it looks like some pieces of metal that maybe were once attached to armor. It's a little shiny, but it's kind of just individual plates.
I mean, if anything can be done via crafting, I will try that. I don't know if the pieces of metal attached to armor might, but
I
if not,
do.
then
Let me
I'll
see
let
what
other people do
it is a crafting check.
Okay.
And I'll roll against the rune if you'd.
Okay,
If
I'll
I can
share the
use
rune for you.
Arcana.
Yes, Gribbo. So the plating is not delete, identify.
I broke it. No.
Something known as burnished plating. These highly polished metal plates can be added to any armor. While wearing armor with burnished plating, you gain the Sun Thief reaction. However, you take a -4 circumstance penalty to stealth checks, except in darkness, and your armor strength entry increases by 2. So yeah, it basically lets you put mirrors on your armor to try to stun or dazzle people.
Oh, okay.
And Serena, you failed to identify, but Victor, you succeeded. It is a potency rune.
Nice.
Looks like he just collects shiny things or stones of various types.
Just happen to be magical stones sometimes. Do you want me to drag those into the stash, Serena or Victor? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you can just
seems
put them in there.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. That's likely what was, I think the farmer said, yeah, that those are what was going on there. You're right. Well, seems like maybe this was their leader. I don't know. Either way, hopefully they don't come after us again.
Yeah,
Well-
there's most likely more in a forest this big. But I don't think we'll see any more before we leave. At least hopefully not.
Victor, you
Hold
mind doing some patching me up real quick
Put out my torch.
before my watch?
And the captain's I'm a touch nervous about the idea of all 8 of you going off and leaving me here if they come back.
That's a good point. I guess maybe we'll just deal with the farm instead and y'all can stay here.
We'll figure that out in the morning, but I think that does sound better.
Yeah.
We'll get what we can, but this trip was already a success, I'd say. This is just selling the message even more.
And so you managed to patch looks like Gribbo up just a little bit more, and Rench is still a little low. Any extra healing for Rench, or
You want to do a quick check on Rench, Viktor? We can do another one.
What-
Or I was
what's
just thinking
your
of treat
medicine?
wounds. Yeah.
I'm +7 for medicine. What's yours?
I'm +5, so you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it for Rench here.
If you got the time, I'd appreciate it, but I'm not gonna ask you to expend any more resources than we already have. We haven't even started our day yet.
There we go.
Finlay
Okay.
in the morning.
So yeah, you've patched
that what
people
those
back
things
up.
are?
You managed to get everyone else kind of back, starting to go back to sleep. You know, everyone got woken up for a couple minutes here, 10 minutes of treating wounds and identifying stuff, but people want to get back to sleep. You know, it was an interrupted night. People are a little jumpy still, but Rench and Dorn are still here to keep watch. The captain's going to join you on watch. He's going to go up and like stand on the ship and just kind of try to make sure that nothing else is on the ship. He's poking around, looking in all the places. He's double checking all the ropes and levers and just making sure it didn't mess anything up.
There. Yeah, I think I had last watch. Or no, never mind.
No,
that was last watch.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was last watch. So
Yeah.
with Rench and Dorn. So
We'll finish our watch up. Reload, Henrietta, 6.
arrows are getting short.
Viktor, you mind doing a final patch up on me before we head out for the day? And what's our plan?
Yep.
I'd agree that leaving the captain here all alone ain't a good idea. That's fine. I'm only down a couple, but I figured it was worth the try. Do we want to just go to the farmhouse and see what we can get ourselves and bring it back?
We can split up.
Don't see that being a real good idea unless you have a master plan you want to share with us.
It's just we can leave some people here and go to the farmhouse and gather what we can there.
Well, all of us should stay together. Some of the other members of the expedition can stay here, but after those creatures last night, I wouldn't want to be away from any one of you here.
I'd agree. This is a capable group. I think we can let them spend a little time here. Captain, you think you can handle the remainder of that crew if they come back with everybody else here? Or do you want some of us here?
I didn't see the ones to the north. What were they like?
I don't know. What were they like, Rench?
Grimy and gross. Little tiny greasy critters.
Hmm.
Really good at throwing
Actually-
rocks, I'll tell you that.
Serena, you're not going to be, well, I don't want to. If we need to lug things, you're not the best candidate to do that, are you?
Not really.
Does it make sense for you to stay here with the eggs and watch these people while we maybe take one of these other folks out with us to go get stuff from the farmhouse?
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. I'm speaking out of character now. It does make some sense in character, but yeah. We have the hard labor to do, and I know Serena isn't really the one
She's
for
not
that.
really the hard labor type, yeah.
Plus, we do have the eggs to watch, so,
Okay, so it sounds like the plan is going to be you're going to bring the 3 non-Serenas from the party out to the farmhouse, maybe taking one of the NPCs with you, it sounds like, as a kind of a laborer or a hauler. And then the other ones will stay back here to help protect the boat and help keep the captain from getting too nervous. Is that correct?
Sure.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
I think that's the plan, yeah.
So the rest of this night passes without problem. So those of you who have spells to recover, you do get them back now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And it's a touch early, but I think we will call it here for this week. And we'll pick up next week with the dawn of day 3 on the island as the party
that's just
goes to pick up whatever they can find back at the farmhouse.